Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a sleep physician, and if you're insomnia, this channel is for you. Today, by request from Shakira, we're going to talk about anticipatory insomnia during a trip abroad and when you have to share a bedroom. We're going to see that the keys are accepting that there's nothing you can do preventively, finding the reserves to have fun, and then looking back at previous times and see how things have gone. Hi there, hope you're doing really well, and welcome to Insomnia Insight number 275, I believe. I'm not actually, but check this out. So yesterday, insomnia after request from Lida, and as I mentioned there, these videos are usually the best ones when people have a particular topic that they think is of interest. So Shakira, who, by the way, published an article that I wrote. Thanks so much. And you can check it out here at her website. And she wrote an email, was that a day ago, where she wrote the following. Dear Daniel, I watched the video clip you sent. Thank you. And that was actually Insomnia Insight number 242, which is similar to this one. It would be great if you could do a video on fears of going abroad due to anxiety of insomnia, ruining the trip, and sharing a room. It would be good for many of us. Kind regards, Shakira. Absolutely. So this is in my mind, I think of this as a type of anticipatory insomnia, a little bit similar to the Sunday night insomnia that a lot of people have, or anticipatory insomnia often in regards to travel, not necessarily abroad, but a lot of people have insomnia when they're about to travel. And a lot of people I've come across have done well in terms of like using the techniques I talk about here, CBTI, generally, but then still have that lingering insomnia, like when they're about to travel or where something is about to happen, a big talk or presentation or something like that. Now, I think as in general with insomnia, the instinct is often to like want to do something. I want to do something to kind of stop my insomnia from happening, prevent it or so. And of course, like the CBTI I will talk about here is good, but other than that, there's nothing, as we know, anything you do to like produce more sleep, kind of directly attack insomnia, make yourself sleep more, always fails. And that's important to remember in this instance. Although you're like, you're going to travel in 2 weeks, and your instinct is, I would want to do something that to make sure that I can sleep well. That doesn't work. That whatever you do there is just going to be a sleep effort. It's going to be like you're going to do something and you're going to wonder if it's going to work. You're going to be more anxious and preoccupied. Okay, so one important thing is to have an acceptance approach, to accept that there's nothing you can do pre-traveling that will increase the likelihood of your sleeping. In fact, having kind of an acceptance approach even towards like the fact that I probably will sleep less is preferable. I read somewhere that having expectations is kind of like not an act of self-love. It's like having low expectations is an act of self-love. You're setting yourself up for hurting yourself if you have high expectations. So I'm getting a little bit off track here, but an acceptance approach is good. That's number one. Number two, when you are on that trip, and let's say you do have a kind of hard time falling asleep, you don't sleep that well, it is important, as it always is, it's important to like try to find the reserves. Get up when everybody else gets up if it's a shared trip. Try to find the reserves to enjoy the activities. Like try to like go, fight the fatigue, if you will. Just do the things that you were supposed to do during that trip. And that's really important, because then if you manage to find the reserves, then you actually have a pretty okay day, maybe even a good day after sleeping little. Guess what? You are going to fear, sleeping in a different bedroom, etc. And when you fear, everything gets better. That was number two. And then number three is if you, actually there's going to be four, I could just remember one more thing. If you have traveled abroad in the past and you shared rooms in the past, then you may have not slept well, but try to find the outlier if that's happened. Try to find that one time where you, guess what? You know what? I actually traveled abroad. I stayed with a room without a time I actually slept good. Can really help you. That can prove to you that I can sleep well even when I am traveling. And then number four, don't avoid it. You know, don't avoid traveling abroad because of a fear of insomnia happening. That avoidance behavior is never good. It sustains the fear. We have to go through with the traveling. We have to show ourselves we can sleep even when we're traveling. The more you can expose yourself to that, what you're fearing, the faster you will get to a point where you see that, guess what, I can sleep even when I'm abroad. I can have a good time. So I think those four things are the major ones. And I felt there was like one more thing. It felt like it wasn't that important, but it was something that I could add, which was, this one, which is that insomnia is a little bit like PTSD in a sense that if somebody that have never had trouble sleeping and they travel abroad and they were new people, they may also have less sleep. That's normal. It's a normal reaction to sleep less under like changing circumstances. When you've had insomnia, that reaction can be kind of exaggerated, but it's still a normal reaction. So like trying to like demystify the fact that you're sleeping less under unusual circumstances is also good. So 5 things actually. Okay, Shakira, I hope this helped, and thanks so much for your support. And we'll be back with more soon. If you have any comment, anyone, please leave a comment. Anybody has a question, please email me daniel@insomniainsight.co. And Sophia, Joanna, Sophia, I missed your email Monday. Sorry about that. And Joanna, I missed a second email from you, so those ones are going to be answered tomorrow. With that said, hope you have a really good night, day, morning, whatever it is where you are, and I'll look forward to having you back here really soon.